Hello guys, MikuChibi here. Welcome back to Sword Factor and also a happy Valentine. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful Valentine. And today, for this video, we're gonna talk about the newest banner, the full burst type of order, which you can see here. This one is probably most what people have been waiting for, or some people is not really happy because they already wasted some of their icon gems and now they can't pull on the full burst banner. But don't worry, this one will come back later on in the future, like maybe in 3 months from now, something like that, 3 months to 6 months. It really depends how many times banner we really want to release this one. Short about this banner, you can see it's a step up banner with 3 step of course, and only fusing full burst skill of course, so no awakening, no link skill, no chain skill, etc. Only full burst skill, so any for the weapon and also passive, so pretty nice. And the duration for this banner is till the 23rd of February, so you have roughly 9 days on you to decide if you want to pull this one or not. And this time they added more full burst to the lineup, so that is pretty good. If you remember this one here, the previous one from December, they didn't update the lineup. It was the same as the 2 previous ones, so it was kind of weird. But this time they added a little bit more, so that's pretty nice. And this time I believe some skill can be really useful, and or for the skill you were looking for, it can be really nice. Of course, the drop is gonna be decreasing, of course. This time you have 0.061 and last time it was 0.08, a little bit less. If you're lucky, you can maybe get more, who knows. And last full burst I added was the Baldy and Head on Xenon. So if you look for it, we have it here. That means we have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 new full bursts to the lineup, so that's pretty good. And of course, we'll take a look and see how they are, and then talk about if this banner worth to summon or not. So if you go to the tier list, quote-unquote tier list. These are not tier list, but this is the skill record that you can get from the full burst banner. So you can see sword, rapier, mace, dagger, axe. So these are the skills that you can get from the full burst banner. Except for the limited, for example, Vimru, Silka, they're limited. You can't get them anymore. If you miss them out, well, too bad. And you can see we do have more full burst skill record, but some of them are not available at the moment. So we have to wait when they added more. This time, these are the skills that you get here. So we have the sword, dagger, axe, spear, and the passive. From here, Silka to this Xenon, all of these skills you can get at the moment, so we have to wait when add. So if we were looking for the full burst Yuki, this one here, the full burst water, that's kind of popular right now for floor 89. Well, you have to wait a little bit till they add this one, maybe like 6 months from now, something like that. Anyway, we will talk about the ones that got added to the lineup. So Sanya, full burst dark, if you remember, really good one for any slash dark content. Then we have the allies, are not really good sword skill, really strong. I believe this one was a holy element, so gonna be good in the slash holy content. And then we have the non-element burst Juju, really good for any AoE content. Some people use this one for Skull Reaper when they're farming for core metal, plus or release crystal, pretty nice. And then we have the non-element dagger, still relevant to this day. Some people use it for floor 8 and 9 because it can be really useful there. But you can also use it for any other slash weakness content, for example floor 33, still really good there, or floor 69, still pretty good. And then we have full burst mace. This is blunt and fire, still pretty good till this day. Then we have this one, really good for floor 44 or any blunt wind content, pretty nice, so really useful for there, especially if you're farming for Rex. And we have another full burst wind axe here, so I'm gonna add it here. This one is a bit weaker compared to this one, so if you get this one, it's still fine to use. But if you actually get this one, you have then one of the strongest wind full burst for axe. And then we have a blunt fire full burst axe, still pretty good till this day. Then we have dark spear full burst, still pretty good, for example for floor 19, can be really useful, or if you want to use it for AoE content, ring temple can be really nice as well. Full burst wind bow, pretty good till this day, can be really useful unless you want to get the newest one. I believe this one is a little bit stronger, but this one is still fine to use. Now we have only passive, so the allies, birthday allies, still good, birthday Ophelia, still good. Then we have the full burst Yuki, pretty good in blonde build, so if you're building a blonde wind set, having this one can be very nice. Then we have advanced trooper, I believe Yuki, with dark focus element, pretty good. And then we have Kohara full burst, I believe this one is another advanced trooper and also increasing fire damage, I think. I could be wrong, but I do remember it was advanced trooper on this one, so this one is not bad. So that was all the full burst skill record that got added to the lineup, and the rest one not added yet, so we'll have to wait a little bit longer. So yeah, that was all the full bursts, and nothing wrong with them. They're still pretty good. Full burst is still the meta with chain, a really good synergy. So if you manage to hit any of the full burst, they're still pretty good for those specific content. For example, if you hit one of the oldest ones, sword can be really good for any slash fire content. Same for go rapier, really good for frost water, earth blunt, slash dark, earth blunt again, then spear, wind, full burst, they're pretty good. So they're still pretty good, nothing wrong with them, still pretty strong. And now the question is this banner worth to summon on? Well, in my opinion, still really worth it, especially if you're missing a lot of full burst skill record, then pulling this one definitely worth it. Only costs you 6,250 Archangel to do a full rotation, but you have only chance to get one full burst, so keep that in mind. There's a risk you're only getting one when you're paying 6,250 Archangel. And if you're a new player that you started the game, I do recommend pulling this one, so try to do at least 2 to 3 rotation to get some of the full burst, and then you try to build around that. Pretty easy. If you manage to get a full burst sword, that's pretty good as well, because sword is one of the easiest to build around. The other weapon, not really. They do require some specific skill record to be able to build around them. If you're rerolling, I do recommend rerolling with sword. Do not reroll for other weapon. I mean, you can do that, use that like I mentioned. They do require specific skill to be able to activate them or build around. For sword, you have access to many sword skills to be able to activate the full burst. So I do recommend rerolling for sword. You can focus on element if you do that. Dark element, holy element if you do that, but if you want to use it for any slash weakness content, I do recommend rerolling for the non-element. So Juju is fine, or Yuki. One of these two is still worth to reroll for. So TLDR, this one definitely worth to summon on if you miss a lot of full burst skill record and you want to get more for your collection. For new players, definitely worth it. You can now start building towards late game, and full burst definitely useful in early game, mid game as well, so it is not bad. If you're rerolling, focus on sword, do not focus on the other weapon. The other weapon is harder to build around, meanwhile sword, one of the easier ones to build around. You only need to focus on defense, that's all. And for the players, if you do have a lot of full burst or you're currently happy with the current build, then you can just skip this one and save your Archangel, that's all. Anyway, that is for me. Thank you guys for watching, see you guys next time, take care now, bye bye.